and it shows a couple of holes which were put in the wrong position for a start off, and it shows the long bolts that I've had to put in because the door is hollow and because it's not a flat door. Maybe I'll cut them off later. At the bottom there's a place that should have a cover on, but the cover wasn't supplied, so I've just screwed the bolt into the hole there. Here it is, propped open with my foot, and shows as the arms are all cleared underneath the piece of door on which the bracket is fixed. And up here we can see the positions of the two adjustment screws. The top screw called lockdown, the bottom one called acceleration, and I've turned them both fully clockwise. So now I'll show you what happens when I open the door fully and release my foot. So that shows what's happening at the top of the door, and it is very slow indeed. And now the camera can't see around the corner. My floor is tiled, so it's easy to see just what happens when the door is actually released. So you can see that it is moving very slowly, and I've made that mark on the floor because I know that when I've adjusted it properly, that mark will have some significance. So there we are, and it's closed, but it hasn't operated the latch. Okay, the top one is now half a turn anti-clockwise, bottom one is still fully clockwise, and I'm releasing the door now. So you can see that it started to close at faster speed just before the arrow, but it still didn't fully close. I've now turned the bottom one a half turn anti-clockwise as well, so they're both half turn anti-clockwise, and release the door. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Quicker, quicker. Almost shuts. Now I've opened the bottom one by another half turn anti-clockwise, so they're both half a turn anti-clockwise. And release. Possibly a bit faster in the last bit, but still not closing properly. Another half turn on the top one, so they're now both one turn anti-clockwise, and open. So that did its acceleration at the end and closed the door fully. And finally, this shows the architrave on the door frame, which made it difficult to try to mount it on the inside of the door. And this bit here shows my lash up in order to use a couple of bolts through the door, which is not a solid door, in order to hold that end of the closer firmly. Finally, here's the closer action from the outside of the door.